find that person, see those veins in their neck. She fought that, scared to death. She didn't have a chance. I was all over her like a cheap suit.
I was sitting there and it just didn't feel like what I thought it would feel like. And the grip was very cool. It was very pressure.
So this is when he was, you remember when he tried out to be like, I forget what the team was, the Yankees or the Cubs, you know, multiple times he's tried out to play baseball, wants to be a baseball star. He can't make the team, but he keeps donating money for them to give him a chance. Like, hey, here's $3 million for this charity. Let me try out, you know? So he goes down to, you know, wherever, Fort Lauderdale or wherever, and he tries out. So in one of these places, flies us the private jet in. It's parked at the airport. He's playing. A guy ends up missing. And the guy's car. Steven? So the guy's car ends up in long-term parking at the airport. I mean, pretty odd. The guy ends up disappearing here next to the stadium where he's playing, and his car ends up in the long-term parking right next to where Garth's private plane is.
Whoa.
And look, there's a bunch of them. Look, when I say a bunch, there's 200 here, right? There's 200. There's some of them, take 7 or 8 of them that are pretty. You're like, wow, that's pretty.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my lighter. Get lit, pop shit, get higher. I'm the hottest, call me fire. Rock out, jump up, live my life up.
Family, we are back. This is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be very different. It's not our normal category or niche or whatever, but it's an interesting story. It's an interesting backstory. Now, this is the first country singer I've ever had knowledge of, or the first country singer I ever got privy to. Now, I lived in Alabama. I moved there at 9, and Garth Brooks, Boot Scootin' Boogie. Yeah, Chattahoochee. Low Places. Come on, man. This dude made some iconic music. Great storytelling. Thunder Rolls. Somebody need to remake that song too. Oh my goodness. Thunder Rolls. Listen. Somebody need to remake that. But his art of storytelling was on point. Now with these clips we're going to review and react to, it makes me think a little bit different. Especially the song, I Got Friends in Low Places. Yeah, Low Places. Let's get to some of these clips. People are saying that this man tour dates, tour schedule, and tour routes correlate with some people that are not able to be found type cases. Y'all get what I'm saying without saying certain words. Anyways, I'm done yapping. Let's get to the content.
If you're new here, I cover the darkest rabbit holes that nobody else wants to touch. And if you're not following yet, you're gonna miss the biggest update on the Garth Brooks missing people theory. Yo, for years, fans online have been connecting the dots between Garth Brooks' tour schedule and unsolved mysteries. The viral Garth Brooks Bodies Map theory claims his concerts overlap with missing people reports and unsolved homicides across the U.S. Some even call it the strangest celebrity conspiracy ever posted. Here's where it gets eerie though. Researchers reportedly tracked over 1,000 of his tour stops, and within that, they claim to have linked roughly 120 missing persons and nearly 90 unsolved homicides in those same regions. Even Tom Segura famously talked about this, saying, once you start digging, the names just keep stacking up. Take one example. When Brooks attended college in Oklahoma, a young woman was found unalive nearby. Years later, when he was working in Nashville, multiple disappearances were reported near the boot barn where he worked. According to the stories collected by Segura and his researchers, these connections kept appearing, sometimes within just miles of concert venues or where he was living at the time. If you've live near places he's performed or if you've traveled to one of his tour stops, you ever heard locals whisper about this? Did your city have missing persons during his tours? Drop your stories down in the comments, especially if you're from Nashville, Oklahoma, or cities along his big state fair runs. And follow right now if you want to see how deep the Garth Brook rabbit hole really goes and other true crime cases, because this next piece of this theory is probably even darker. Most people scroll past stories like this, but not you. You're still here, so hit the follow button because the next update, you don't want to miss it. Y'all, drop those guitar emojis in the comment section if you made it to the end of the.
All right, now, it's interesting, very interesting, y'all. I don't see why there hasn't been an official investigation. Real talk. I feel like if it were certain rappers or R&B artists or anything like that, it'd be investigated. Look what they did to Bill. They went back decades on Bill Cosby. If I'm lying, please tell me. But at the beginning of this video, you saw some clips where bro was talking and he looks different. He looks very different when he speaks. He has this possessed type energy about him, especially his eyes. And in the clip we just watched, there was a part in there where they showed his face and it's just like, dude, this is one of the most blank characters I've ever seen. It's something dark about this dude. That's just my opinion. But we're going to get to this next clip. Let's go. Now, in this next clip, I don't know this dude's name and I feel bad, but I got to look into more of his content because I liked how he spoke about this situation. But he's going to give his opinion on the probability that these things could be connected.
He ends up getting a record deal with whoever.
That's crazy work. It's crazy work. I'm not sure if the recent allegations surrounding his name brought up this rhetoric, but what's surrounding his name currently is a young lady, I want to say his stylist. She came out, she gave us some real R. Kelly-ish type information, Diddy-ish type information, and I don't know. They need to handle this the same way that they're handling these other cases with these melanated people, because it's showing a big difference in the judicial system, period. I don't care who disagrees. It's showing a big difference. And what's so sad is that it's right in our face. And people just take it because they want something new to talk about. Now, if you feel a certain way about what I'm saying, just look up Bill Cosby's case. What's so different? And what's crazy about his case, this was 70s, early, mid 70s, late 70s. And they took these people's word as if it was law. But when you look at these people, it's like, look, I wouldn't even mess with you if I was from Somalia, surviving on 50 cents a day. Those women looked different. I'll say that. They looked different. That's the most polite way I can say it. But be aware, y'all. I'm out. Peace.